Hello students, today we will discuss about our next chapter, first part, C part, and in this chapter we discuss about our topic measurement of time. This is our next topic, C in our C part, measurement of time. How we will measure time. Yes students, in our offices, school, we use clock, and in this clock pendulum is used for the measurement of time. So here we will study about pendulum. What is pendulum? So our topic is simple pendulum. What do you understand by the simple pendulum? Simple pendulum is a heavy point mass suspended from a rigid support by a massless and inextensible string. Yes, this is the diagram of simple pendulum. In this diagram, you can see that here this is given. This is rigid support S, and here this one is string. This is a string, inextensible string, that means there is no mass of this string, and here one sphere shape bob is given. This ball is known as bob, and these three, A, O and B, these are the three different positions of this bob. O is the mean position, and A and B both are extreme position of this bob, and L is the effective length of this string. Yes students, in this figure there are the three different positions. That means O is the mean position, A and B are extreme positions. Now when this bob is released from its mean position, O is the mean position. When this bob is released from its mean position O, and when it is pulled to one side and then release the pendulum, then this pendulum is set in the motion. That means when we release this bob from this O position, then this bob is released and pull in the part of A. After then it come back to O, and then it go back into the B position, and at that position the bob, that means the pendulum, is set in the motion, and the bob moves alternately on either of the side of the mean position. That means it changes position from O to A. After then it comes back A to O. After then O to B. Then it's come back again B to O, and this continuously move as it is. After then the motion of the bob from A to B and then back from B to A, that means total movement from A to B or from B to A. This total oscillation is this total movement, this total revolution is known as one oscillation. This is known as one vibration. That means when this bob moves from A to B and again it's come back from B to A, then this represent one oscillation. Okay, now there are some factors that are related to this simple pendulum. First one is oscillation. Before this we studied about what is oscillation. Oscillation is one complete to and fro motion of the bob of pendulum. That means when this bob is moves from A to B, to and fro means left to right or right to left. This is known as one oscillation. After then time period. What do you understand by this term time period? Time period is known as, that means time taken to complete one oscillation is known as time period, and it is denoted by T. After then our next term is frequency. Frequency is the number of oscillation made in 1 second. That means in 1 second how many number of oscillation complete is known as frequency, and unit of frequency is hertz and denoted by Hz. Now there is relationship between the time period and the frequency. What is the relation between them? F is equal to 1 by T. Here F is frequency and T is time period, and there is reverse relation also. T is equal to 1 by F. That means frequency and time period both are inversely proportional to each other. What do you mean by inversely relation? That means if frequency is increased, time period is decreased. If time period is increased, then frequency will decrease. There is inversely proportional relation between them. Next is amplitude. What do you understand by this term amplitude? It is the maximum displacement of the bob from its mean position on the either side. That means when the bob moves from its mean position, which is the mean position of this bob? O. That means when bob moves from O to A, and O to B. Then OA and OB are the amplitude. It is denoted by capital A and the unit is meter. After the next term is effective length. What do you mean by effective length? It is the distance of the point of oscillation O from the point S. You can see in the diagram, here S is given and here O point is given. So effective length, it is the distance of the point of oscillation O from the point S. That means distance from O from the point S is known as effective length. Then how we will measure time period with the help of simple pendulum? We simply use a stopwatch for measuring time period. When we fix our bob, that means at that position O, then we use stopwatch here. When this bob moves from A to B and B to A, then we count total number of vibration, and with the help of stopwatch we can measure time. That means for 20 vibration, 10 vibration, 15 vibration, we can easily measure our time period with the help of simple pendulum. Now our next topic is factor affecting the time period of simple pendulum. There are some factors that affect the time period. So our first factor is the time period of oscillation is directly proportional to the square root of its effective length. That means time period of oscillation, that means T is directly proportional to the square root of its effective length. Square root, that means T is directly proportional to L. Effective length is denoted by L and time period is denoted by T. When we square it, then T change into T square, and this under root will cancel with square and it will change into simple L. This is our first factor. So you have to give example according to you. This is your homework. In comment section you can give one example related to its first factor. Okay. Now our second factor is the time period of oscillation is inversely proportional to the square of acceleration due to gravity. That means here time period is given and it is inversely proportional to the square root of acceleration due to gravity. Here time period and this acceleration due to gravity are opposite to each other. That means if acceleration due to gravity increase, then time period will decrease, and if this time period increase, then acceleration due to gravity will decrease. This is our second factor for the time period of oscillation. And in this factor you can give also example. After then, example is when a pendulum clock is taken to the mountains. That means if we take pendulum clock to the big mountains, then it goes slow. Why it goes slow? Due to decrease of gravity. Because we know that whenever we go to high amplitude, high height, then acceleration due to gravity will decrease, and due to decrease of acceleration due to gravity, the pendulum clock will go slow. That means its time period will go slow, because there is inverse proportional relation between them. Time period and gravity are inversely proportional to each other. So here gravity will decrease, that's why time period goes slow. Now third relation is time period does not depend upon the mass or material of the body as well as its amplitude. That means time period of the simple pendulum does not depend upon the mass and material. That means it does not depend upon by which material bob is made. It doesn't depend upon its material or its mass or its amplitude. Okay, these are the factors on which time period of the simple pendulum depend. Now there is expression for calculating of time period. What is the expression? T is equal to 2 pi under root L by me G. Here T is time period, L is effective length, and G is acceleration due to gravity. This is the relation for calculation of time period for the simple pendulum. We can use this formula for calculation in numericals also. You know value of pi, that is 22 by 7 or 3.14. After then we can put these values in the numerical and you can find out values what we have to calculate. After then our last topic is seconds pendulum. Now you have to find out what is the difference between the simple pendulum and the seconds pendulum. What is the difference? Second pendulum is a pendulum with the time period of oscillation equal to 2 seconds. That means in simple pendulum time period is 1 second, but in second pendulum, by the name it is clear, seconds means second. That means a pendulum in which time period of oscillation equal to 2 seconds, in which that means a pendulum takes 2 seconds to complete its oscillation, is known as seconds pendulum. Now here we complete our first unit. Thank you.